Well, let me see if it's going. Because I don't know. Let's just see real quick before I get going and everything. So, devil be busy, but we gotta find ways to get around and work around that part, right? So I'm trying to see if I can hear myself first. Let me see. Because I'm on my phone. Like my computer is still searching and it won't connect to the whatchamajiggy. So, but you know, we still have ways to get around things. That, uh, we still have ways to get around things. I just cut the internet off and just work on my phone. So I just want to know if I can hear myself. No, all right. you know. So let me see. Oh, that's it. It actually going better than my it's actually doing better than my laptop, and then you see in the back of my head. you see, I don't care what my hair look like, whatever. But it actually doing better than my in my computers. But at the end of the day, I'm on. That's why the screen's so little because I'm on my lap. I mean, on my phone. Even though, so what we talking about right now? Let me pull it up. Let me get it going. I don't know what So Leviticus 19:3. Um, each of you must respect his mother and his father. So yeah. So you gotta know, you gotta respect your elders, your mother and your father. So that means you gotta respect the most high God also. That's number one in your life, right? So my mic on. So we're gonna go to when you don't respect them, basically it's being disobedient, right? Being disobedient. So like being disobedient can God will destroy everything. But failure to refuse to obey rules or anyone in authority. When a person disobeys these authorities, trouble follows. Trouble. The trouble may be may be major, or it may be a major, nevertheless, trouble or problems that take place. That take place. So therefore, if you let me cut this down. So if you know what like if you're stepping out of line with either your mother or your father or whatever, I was always taught a disobedient child doesn't live long. And basically what they're saying is when God step in, when the main father step in, then he will show you exactly. He told you not to be disobedient in the first place. Okay. So I'm just talking about just a little something about disobedient, because when we do things, we don't think that sometimes, well, okay, put it like this. So when it comes to authority, some people abuse it. Some people abuse it. And it's a way that you can have authority amongst just not abusing just your authority that you have, because you can abuse it. So we first to talk about some key points. The culture that encourage too much obedience leads to the followers going along. So that means when I was talking about the churches, the churches. So leaders need to uh encourage disobedient and team members, which making them feel free to speak up, to speak up. Because when you a leader, you obeying God anyways. You obeying everything of his will. So when you're a leader, you have that authority. You have that authority to start getting people back together and stop having people being disobedient in this world. Because there's a lot of disobedient people in this world, and we're not following what God want us to do in this world. So that's being disobedient. That's being disobedient. So if God tell you, and you know in your heart, if God tell you to stop doing something and you don't follow by that, what are you doing? You're being disobedient. You're not obeying the authority of the Most High God. You're not obeying that. So if he done told you once, he's not going to tell you again. He's going to destroy whatever the thing you have going. So be mindful of disobedience. So we all have to obey the authority of the Most High. Oh Lord, this fly, man. Encourage followers to speak up when something is wrong is an important key to avoiding disaster. Because what season, all these seasons that we have had, it's been somebody not holding accountability of their own actions. So that means what? What does that mean? It's a disaster that happened. Being disobedient, because warning come before destruction. Warning come before destruction. And so if you're not paying attention to his warning and you go out and go on your own understanding, then what is that? What can happen? Disaster. A disaster can start. A disaster can just happen just anywhere. And you think it's just because you was doing bad or you was in the streets or you was doing this. No. God stepped in and he showed you because he gave you a warning the first time. He gave you a warning. And when you don't obey that warning and his authority of telling you to do something, then you know what that's your life is gonna be a miserable hell. So when I tell people stop trying to bring hell on earth, bring heaven to earth. Because that's what the most high God wants us to do. Bring heaven on earth, not hell. So obey the authority of the most high. Don't obey your own understanding and try to do what you want to do because you have a little authority in the earthly land. But the most high God have authority over everyone in this earthly on this earthly land. Understand that. So therefore, when things happen in your life and stuff like that, don't think that it's just because it's a book written on you, baby. It's a book written on you, baby. It's a book written on you that the Most High God have in a secret place. So, like I tell people all the time, if you take one wink off of God, if you take one wink off of him and start going on to your own understanding and start doing things in your life that you know what's right and what's wrong, and you start doing the wrong things, he will destroy that thing that you're trying to build, create, whatever. He will destroy it. So get back together and start having a little bit more respect for yourself. Having respect for yourself, because if you can't respect yourself, you can't respect anyone else. And if you understand how life's supposed to be, then you wouldn't have no problems on this earthly land with not now individual on this earth. You wouldn't be singing. You wouldn't be doing none of that if you know what life supposed to be like. And we all know that life can be life be lifing. But to stop that and you don't want your life be lifing, well, get in line. Get in line and start understanding what the Most High God wants from us out of this on this earthly land today. Do that instead of worrying about, oh, I gotta go what's called the house because they having fun over there. Oh, they having a party. Oh, there's some food over there. Man, forget that food, forget all that. Because at the end of the day, if you don't listen to what God has to say to you before you walk out that door, don't you know it might be a disaster that you walk into? Just because you want to go to a party, you want to go this and you want to go do that. Sometimes sit by yourself, sit alone, and understand that it is what it is. Sometimes we got to sit alone to understand and find ourselves in this world. Because you can get lost in the world. You can get lost in the world, or somebody can brainwash you so much, or make you do anything, make you do something that you don't. Well, basically, they can just tell you something and be like, "Oh, that sounds good. Okay, let's go with that plan." But that plan might be a disaster for you. Just because somebody else want to do something, that don't make you have to do it. That's why I tell people, have your own mind. If you know that it's a gut feeling that you don't want to do it, don't do it. That's just like if somebody come and ask me, do you want to go rob a Family Dollar up there? I'm gonna say, no. You go do that stupid stuff. Because people think just because it's the Family Dollar. Okay, well listen, it's some money in there. So man, yeah, we could go, we could go rob that, man. It's easy. It's only one person up in there too. And you're going to jail. Because you've been disobedient. Thou shalt not kill, steal, or destroy. Nothing. What are you stealing for? If you get off that video game and stop eating cereal all day long, you can get a job and start taking care of what you need to take care of instead of trying to steal, kill, and destroy things. Because even when you steal out that store up there or whatever, you steal out the store, whatever you do, you're still taking out of somebody's pocket. You're stealing from somebody because that is a business. Somebody run that business. So their inventory is not going to be right when you steal. Stop stealing. Stop stealing. I stole before. I ain't proud of it. I ain't proud of it. But it's life. But if you know better, do better. And if you ain't on the track on that side, on the same track that I'm on, hey, my table is not made for it. Made for a lot of people. It's not made for a lot of people. And it's not. When you walk your little dusty feet away from that table and you say, okay, well, my table is not a lot of people at my table. It's not a lot of people at my table, because if God exits you out of my life, then that means I'm gonna be obedient. I'm gonna be obedient to him, not disobedient. I'm gonna obey his authority, because he removes you. When he removes you, and if I bring you back, that's being disobedient to the authority of the Most High. So exit. That's how life goes. So I'm not gonna be on here long. That's all I want to say. Just always remember that God loves you, and so do I. Oh, I love this. I'm gonna start getting on my phone. Look at my lips. I'm really going. Look, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at like what? Let me see. Let me turn my screen around. I'm looking at it. My lips is really going, just blobbing. That's all I can see. My lips is really blobbing. But you know what? It is what it is. Always remember, you guys. Always remember that the Most High loves you, and so do I.